The Warrior by Stephen A. Ryan is a sequel of a duology to The Coward, a book that I really enjoyed. It's a fantasy quest adventure that has a lot of environmental creature sort of action going on, not too much magic. But The Warrior takes place a few years after The Coward. Kell is the continuing adventures of Kell Kressia. Now he's got new responsibilities, there's some new characters. He's got a wife named Sigrid, and he basically is asked to go on another quest by an old friend who sort of like, he basically made a pact saying that he would go if anyone asked him for help. So now he has to go on this quest. So he's going on a new land to order to fight this sort of malicious sickness called the Malice, which is ruining another country of sorts. So Kell has to go on a sort of quest adventure with some new characters. We get some members of, I think they're called the Raven. They're like powerful bodyguard warriors, because Kell is, you know, now a king. And so Kell basically goes on this adventure. That's one storyline. And the other one is splintered off with Sigrid. She's got to take on a religious fervor villain. While Kell is gone, the Reverend Mother is trying to basically bring back you know, the forces, rebel army of sorts, in order to take over the throne. And then as Kell goes on that adventure, his group gets splintered into different perspectives. There's this woman. She's like a strategist with low confidence. And then there's another guy who's got a dark secret, but he's also a powerful swordsman. So the pacing's pretty good for this story. I liked most of the action-adventure elements. I really didn't care for the Sigrid storylines, because every time you jump back, it's not as interesting as, you know, beasts and monsters in a foreign land. However, I felt like the ending was a little bit on the more underwhelming side for the quest adventure. It's still an entertaining read for sure, but I definitely don't think it's as good as The Coward. Maybe it's a little bit, not you know, it's almost as good as The Coward, but I like The Coward more because it was just so much more intense. This one seemed to be a little bit more on the half of the story is a cool adventure quest fantasy. The other half is like stuff going on in the kingdom that I didn't particularly care about, because it's not as interesting as going to a foreign land and doing a cool quest with fantasy elements. But overall, it's still an entertaining read. You definitely have to read the first one first. Don't try to just read this one. So I give The Warrior by Stephen A. Ryan a 3.5 out of 5.